Hello, hello, hello. Love some good elevator music. All right. So, picking up where we left off, let's do a quick review here. So, all of our formulas, I believe, are working. How about my music? Oh no, it's there. It's just the next track was quiet. Okay. Okay, let's get back to it. Yes, okay. So our formulas appear to be working. This is all conditional formatting. There's no text in here. There could be more of a grid. That might help. So we could do some more conditional formatting. And that's probably what we're gonna do. Yeah, so we got daily, weekly. I think all these are working. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually. Wonderful. Good job, me. Let's stick for weekly for now. And I believe these are going in the correct order. Why is the status 0? Do I have any status on them? Ah, that's why. Perfect. So this, nope. I don't know what that pop-up was. Is that a different font? Oh, it is. It's Calibri. I don't love Aptos. Aptos is okay, whatever. But I would prefer everything in the same font. I don't love it for work. I think Aptos is genuinely slightly less legible than Arial. Although we also use Calibri, and Calibri's maybe worse than Aptos. It might be worse than Aptos. I would buy that. But yeah, this is all working. We like that. Simple task list. So we could do that. Oh, do I want to? Does it even do anything? Oh, right. It doesn't have the formula. It can't check if there's a... Fuck. All right, whatever. So yeah, I might just stick with the simple task list here. Do we want a more complex one? Do we need a more complex one? I don't know. Let me think on that, and we'll work with the conditional formatting here for now. So what we want to make this a little bit easier to read, and say, like, you know, if this is very long, you know, like way down here, okay, is this, you know, the 10th, is the 24th, what is it? Also, why does this look like that? Huh. You know what, I'll be honest, I don't even remember what those colors mean. Probably should have put a legend there, but we're not gonna. Actually, yeah, no, let me, actually I'm gonna fix this as well, because it looks like it is missing some borders. That's why I didn't do that. This is probably just because it's unrealistic time frames put in. Nope. That's okay. Okay, anyway, so we want something where we can, so we'll probably have rows, like bars going across, like bordered. And maybe just like dotted ones just to make it easier, and then that'll get overwritten by these solid borders. And then here, I think probably alternating shading, so that it's just, yeah. So let's, sounds like a Persona. Future Cha-Cha, okay. It's gonna be stuck in my head again for weeks. Forgot about that. Okay, so let's do a new rule. So we want a rule that's gonna say, okay, if there is something here and there is something here, we're gonna shade it a certain color. And if this is an even column, it's gonna be a different color than if it's an odd column, so that you'll be able to alternate. And that's all that is. So we're gonna do a new rule. We're gonna apply this to M, actually, where's our endpoint? ZZ1031, all right. Cool. M7 down to ZZ1031. Oh, this is way more limited. No, this is what? There we go, formula, thank you. I don't like that it defaults to that when I put that in instead of making everything normal. Okay, so we are going to leave that white. Oh, this is much more limited, actually. Okay, in Basic Cell, you can shade this. Is it under cell format? Oh yeah. There's no, oh, fuck off. Fuck you. We'll get back to the formula. You know what? This is a reasonable limitation for the free. This is something that annoys me, but I don't think this is like you know, all the conditional formatting stuff. Other than like, I think at a basic level, it's very helpful. What I wanted was like to have this like dithered, because you can do like dithering, you can do cross hatching, you can do other stuff to like make it stand out. So I was going to have dithered and non-dithered basically. So that, and you can layer that on top of the colors. So you can't have more than one fill, but you can have a fill and a dither of a different color. So you can kind of have two things going on at once. But okay, so we're going to do, our formula is going to be and, like, I forgot this, like in Basic Cell, you get absolutely no help here. That's awesome. Are there any formulas in here? No, there isn't. I suppose we could put another spill formula in here to give some extra information. But since we don't have that, we're going to do our formula here just to make sure that it works properly. So we're going to go and task number is greater than 0. And so that'll just be a not blank. And we want to hold the column. So we're going to anchor it to column L. Shortcuts are enabled. I don't use enough shortcuts. Anyway, so yeah, so we're going to do that. And we want that to also not be blank. So we're going to want M6 is greater than 0. And we are going to anchor the row on this because we want this to move along. The other one, actually, yeah, let's just do this. This will be for the perfect. So that works. So this is gonna be our formula, and we're just gonna do this one real quick just to get the borders. Oh, that is nice that you can just have this open. It's really annoying in BasicCell that you can't do conditional formatting at the same time you're doing other shit. So you're just like, you have to remember everything, copy and paste it. Sometimes it fucks it up. Sometimes your cursors offset a random amount in a random direction. It's really fucking annoying. Okay, so we're just only going to do the bottom border. And actually, we are going to do that border style, just dot, dot, dot. Yeah, that's probably fine. And I am realizing why is that border style like that? Ah, I forgot to apply it. There we go. So now we got some dot dot dots, and those will go all the way across until you get to when you run out of weeks, and then they will run out. So that'll make it a little bit easier to follow. So the other thing we can do, we can move this down here, and maybe we edit this just like a little bit of an off gray. And we're going to edit our formula here. So we're going to do and. We're going to do the row. Actually, no. Is even row. Yeah. $ L7. Bip bip. That should work. There we go. So now it's alternating. Also, I realized we should have this as bottom and top. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason the solids are overtaking it is because they are higher up, so it kind of runs, kind of counterintuitively, it like runs bottom to top. Which I actually think is the opposite of BasicCell. I think BasicCell runs top to bottom. Checking to stop if true. Yeah, this is running backwards. So that's interesting. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to move you down here. And we're going to change is even to is odd. And we're going to change this fill color to white. There. And now we've got the dots for that as well. Actually, as well, let's have this change from M7. Let's go to H7. Just have this run straight across. So it's still kind of looking, but it's just going to kind of let us see a little bit better there. So that helps there. So now we get to here. And this is where being able to have another layer would really help, because then I could kind of add some shading to the alternating columns. And that would kind of go over top of all this. So that is unfortunate. And I'm curious if I don't have an Excel sheet that will do that very well on its own. Music on? I'll bump it up a little bit. I don't have an Excel sheet that already does this on its own that I made in desktop. So So I don't have anything handy that I could check this with. But yeah, this is interesting. So what else can we do here with this limitation? Can we, what can we do? I suppose we could add some, okay, can we, yeah, okay, so that's just leaving it. What do we got for border styles? I think that's the other one you can do. So if we do that, how's that look? That looks... How do you remove the race border? Also, if we add that here, how's that look? Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad. Hi, cat. I have a cat now. I did not have a cat last time I streamed. Let's go to our conditional formatting here. Hi, cat. You're very cute. And so yeah, let's duplicate this just because it's got some of the stuff already punched in for us. I actually don't know that I want it to start there, so let's start this at M7. It is also funny because in Basic Cell, you cannot do anything for the applied range other than anchored. It just will not work. So it's funny that in there even won't do that. Okay, so we're just going to switch row to column, I believe it is. And then we're going to do, instead of L7, we're going to do $6. No fill, no border style. We're going to do the medium dash. We're going to do left, and we're going to do right. Actually, we wanted to start at M6. Down here. Oh, I see why. That's offset like that. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, there we go. So this... Why is this like that? Why do you like that, though? Oh, I think I know why. Can I make this a force no border? Oh. Right. It goes left to right. Maybe? Okay, what color is this? This is green to green accent 6, lighter 80%. I don't love the new color palette. I imagine it is like better for accessibility, which is very important, but I also think it's ugly. Let's add Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with something. This is purple 2. A purple 2 border, and then we're going to put that on the left. And the start of it kind of looks a little odd. You don't matter because you already have borders that are overwriting. So. It's not the prettiest, I will admit. It is a little bit on the uggo side. But it's something. Why is it, actually, why is this offset like that? Oh, because that's H6. Yeah, no, that should be M6. There we go. Okay. Now, I think we could also make this, we could give this a hard right border, which would show, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. It's alternating. Why is it alternating like that? Oh, because it's alternating columns, right? Never mind. I'll give that the dashed right border. Okay. Yeah. So this is the even? This is the even. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I don't think that actually helps anything. Yeah, that actually just makes it worse. So yeah, so let's give that the hard right border. What? Try and do that. I wasn't doing that before. I don't think it was doing that before. I thought those were going straight through. What the fuck? All right, I don't know why that works. I forgot, but yeah, it should be up there. I don't think the order of this matters too much. Oh, it does matter. M4 equals F7. M4 equals D7, or greater than D7. Ah, we got some hidden shit over here. That's right. Okay. So beginning is after the completion date. Really? Beginning D. Yeah, that's a critical completion date. Okay. So I guess that's when you start it late? And then you... less than D7. So that's when it's... Oh, and there's other shit in there too. Oh my god. Shouldn't have moved that order around. I'll be honest, I don't feel like going back and figuring that shit out. We're just gonna hide these columns. We're gonna hide these columns. Or hide these rows, I should say. And we are not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about that right now. Okay, so yeah, let's manage our rules again. We'll say that's good enough. I'm reasonably happy with this. This project list, I'm gonna copy this, paste it. Actually, I like that better than desktop as well. Delete. Okay, this actually is used. ZZ. Wow, that is a lot further than I usually go. I'm realizing. We're going to center that. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's all right. This color palette, man, it feels all over the fucking place. It does not feel cohesive at all. The previous two color palettes, to be honest, were better than this, I think. Like, like, these are some... We got 3 blues, 2 greens, magenta, and orange. So no red at all, no yellow at all. And those are very common colors to use. Like, red, yellow, and green are... blue is also common, but... You know, yellow for attention, red for bad is very, very common. So it's odd that the color palette doesn't include those. The only thing I can think is, like, red-green colorblind. But then, why no yellow? But, like, maybe yellow is also problematic for certain types of colorblindness. Anyway, but then the blue. Oh no, blue I think's less of an issue usually. It's usually red green. Regardless, whatever. Yeah, and I don't think you can change in the web version to different color palettes. But again, it's the free web version. I'm not going to say that that's like... This is still leagues better, I think, than Sheets or anything else. But on that note, I would like to make this not a table. I don't love tables because they are limited, and then sometimes you have people say, no, I just want this and this and this, and oh shit, how do I, you know, and Excel's gotten better at that, but then they hide stuff and you've got missing rows, and then you don't like them. Did I even name this table? I did name the table. Maybe I should leave it. Naming the table is a good idea. Actually, maybe I will leave it as a table. Also, if I sort this by something stupid, let's... some random numbers in there. Will this still be ordered correctly? Yes, this is still ordered correctly, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, cool. Tables do let you order stuff, they let you filter. Okay, you know what, we'll leave it as a table. All right, so in that case, we are going to highlight our range. Nope. Yep. Highlight everything. Now, forgot to hold down Control. And we're going to fill everything white, just, you know, nice and clean. I'll make that nice and small. I like a little bit of a border, just to pad things, but yeah, okay, I think same thing here. I wish it would actually tell me like the size that you're selecting instead of just like freehanding it, but c'est la vie. Yeah, I think so. That's good. I think our lists are good. Oh, it spills. Okay. Did I actually do anything with this? I don't know that I did anything with this. No, I did not do anything with this. I think my intention was to put working days and holidays. I might leave that and just say that's not part of the scope here. I could do that another... Yeah, I could do that another time. But I think... Yeah, I don't think I want to for this. What I think I will do is make a formula that will fill in. Oh, that's not what I want. Actually, yes, I do need that, actually, come to think of it. Add a little context to this here and say, you know, if it's on or between these two dates, what is going on there? Because we've got project start, we've got critical completion date, actual start, actual end. Yeah, actually looking at how much is tied into that table, this is, I think, totally fair. My preference is to do things with named ranges. But yeah, I don't know that that's actually any better or worse. So we're just gonna... Actually, you I don't need. You can go away. We're not gonna worry about that. The other thing is the work hours estimate. Oh, fuck, I just thought of something. We should have a timesheet. Fuck off. This happens in the professional version of Excel for web. It's super annoying. You start typing and it just pops you in a cell. Okay, we're gonna make a timesheet here. What color's time? I think time's blue. Oh god. Oh, that's hideous. Got a nice dark blue? Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, we're gonna make a timesheet. I've been working on a novel, and I've actually found it very helpful for like staying on task to have a timesheet that I can punch in and out of. Yeah. Then we can use that to calculate the actual work hours so that this does not need to be manually calculated. So we're going to gray that out. And if yeah, perfect. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, table broke again. Yeah, okay. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Well, it's a little bit ugly, but there's not much I can do about that. So yeah, so we're gonna make a timesheet. It is going to, automatically calculate here. So we are going to worry about that later. Because actually I should, how does the protection work? Oh, that's interesting. Add ranges that can be edited. I mean, I suppose that's kind. Okay, well that's kind of annoying. You can't use tables on protected sheets? Oh, that's a pain in the dick. What the fuck? All right. All right. Fair enough, I guess. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at our timesheet here. So, what do we want for this? So, project. The phase is going to get applied, just back applied from the task. So yeah, we're going to pick the project, the task you're working on, the date and time, yeah. It's always helpful having a notes thing in there. Okay, we'll make this another table, even though you don't know how I feel about fucking tables. Don't fuck tables. I'll make this a nice blue table. It does have headers. And we're going to use There's our magic data validation list. It's going to come from the project list. Okay. We're going to have our task. Where's data validation again? Right, under data. Duh. Data validation list. This one's coming from the task. Name. Start time, end time. So date. That is going to be short date. So BIP. Oh God, it's American short date. No. Why the hell would we want American short date? No, give me the international correct standard short date. Ugh. Disgusting. Start time, end time. I'm also going to be a dick about that. And we're going to go time. Boom. We're going to center those. Notes. I mean, this is just notes. And then you pick which task you're working on, and, you know, let's say I started this 2 hours ago. Or 3 hours ago, I guess. So actually, we're going to add another column here. This is going to be a calculated column. And so this is going to be if, no, I'm going to hit equals if this is greater than 0, then this minus this, else, can you have a blank like that? Yeah, that should be all right, right? Now, the format for this. Yeah, okay. Do that. Yeah, see now this is not adding up. Did I do the exact amount to wrap around to 24? I did. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of looping around. I find this really unpleasant to listen to. Okay, so fuck that. So we're gonna need to put this in. Yeah, so this needs to be what, times 24, I think. Follow our order of operations. Okay, so now we're getting our actual hours worked. It's decimal hours, but, you know, whatever, suffer. 2 digits is a perfectly reasonable amount of digits. That was like 20 digits or something. 20, but 3, 6, 10 significant figures is too many. So yeah, so we're gonna also yeah, let's wrap our text here so we can like tighten this down. I don't want it too tight. I want a little bit of room to breathe, but actually no. I think this is if this was for a team, I think I would want something a little bit more robust than this. So we're gonna keep our scope reasonable-ish. Okay. And again, I multi-window, multi-monitor helps a lot just from clicking back and forth, but it can also be a little bit. You can be the cyan one, the really ugly cyan one. It's ugly, man. There's a lot of ugly shit. The gray that they use is not. You'd think they would have like made it make more sense. They didn't. This is going to be a hidden tab anyway. I don't care about this tab. This tab can be weird. Same with lists could also be weird. But you. Make it like a darker cyan? Yeah, make it like a darker cyan. No, that's kind of too dark. Turquoise. Okay, what is the difference between, so dark blue, lighter 25%, that's dark teal? Man, I really don't like that gray. Like blue? Man, they worked really hard to make this software ugly. I think those are different enough. This one I'm not super worried about just because it's not that likely to have that many projects. Also, I just realized that's in the dumb date format. Let's make that better. And this is genuinely better because you can sort by this and it will sort by, now in Excel it'll sort fine, but when you're sending this out, you can take this text and it'll sort just fine in any software you use. In Excel, you can also then look at the left digits to get the, I suppose month, day, year, you could do that as well. Actually, month, day, year would probably be better for that because then you can get the left two digits for the month, the right two for the year, and the days you're usually less worried about when you're doing for something like that anyway. Regardless, this is the like international standard, so I'm going with that because it is also the least ambiguous. Yeah, okay, so we are going to we're going to get the sum of filter and our array that we are going to be summing is hidden by the little box, but we want to sum the hours worked. We are going to include where the task, oof. We're hanging on that for now. Or the task equals, go back to here, the task. If there's nothing, then we're going to go 0. Oh, I see. That flash filled instead of copied. You, again, we want not that many digits. Why make you have digit too many? Okay, fine, sure, whatever. But yeah, I want to actually have it go off the task number for less ambiguity. So we're going to go task number. We're going to clear that data validation because this is also going to be a calculated column. Did I not just clear the data validation? Clear all. Must not hit apply. So yeah, we're going to go X lookup. We're going to look up U. We are going to look up from here. We're going to return from here. If it is not found, we are going to leave it. Actually, blank's just going to return a blank, so that's fine. No, blank's going to return. Blank's going to return a 0, I think. So we might need to add some more, like if an if 0, don't. Yeah. A little. It's not found. I'm just going to say error. Or maybe invalid task. Yeah, it is going to return zeros. So we're going to say, yeah, so we're going to go if, nope, you dick. Right, I forgot it does that. If, also, I found out the other day, space actually has an operator in Excel. Like, space is an operator. It does stuff. So the fact it doesn't autofill when it's in the middle of a thing, it's not like the end of the world, but it is still very annoying. Yeah, so if task equals 0 blank, else that. Close it out, boom. Okay, so now we could say we did that, we did that, we did that, go back to our simple task list, boom, we've got some hours punched in there. So we're going to have the work hours estimate, how long did I think it was going to take me, how long did it actually take me, this is calculated by hand. Or sorry, not by hand. So that'll save that, because calculating stuff like that by hand is really annoying. The playlist did not loop. That was supposed to loop. We're going to start over. I don't think I'm going to be on too much longer anyway, but... I think... Shit, I intended to do a thing where each phase would go together. I mean, the phases are together. That gets a lot more difficult without the ability to do shading. Kind of, like it's almost taking another dimension away not having it. But again, not complaining. It is an entirely reasonable limitation. I don't think that is an unreasonable limitation for the free version. Not sponsored by Microsoft. I don't know that I want to be sponsored by Microsoft. I don't actually love Microsoft. I really love Excel. But Microsoft as a company, I would have some moral issues being sponsored by them. But I do think this is like the, oh yeah, and I should also do an if here just to clean that up. So if u equal 0, nil, or null I should say, and then that'll just clean it up a little bit. Perfect. Also, I should name this table. Call that our timesheet. Actually, let me go to our named ranges. Do I have any unnamed tables? Good. I don't want unnamed tables. Not autofilling. So it autofills the tables, but not autofilling the named ranges is also, this I think, you know what? Okay, apparently that button doesn't do anything. Unless it opened up like 30 tabs. Nope, that button does nothing. You want to help improve the name? Oh, wait, no, oh. No. You know what? I like that. That's a good suggestion. No, 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 no. Microsoft, no. Oh, you suck. You suck so much. Oh. All right, so we're gonna ignore that. See, this is why I don't want to be sponsored by Microsoft. They just fucking suck. There's so much of that shit. I hate it. Not that I think I shouldn't need to sign in to leave comments on stuff like that, but I am already signed in quite clearly. You know, maybe we'll just do this bit instead of the whole workbook. Old. Like, it's just such an ugly font. I heard it looks better on, like, ugh. That's not what I meant to click on. Why is it like that? Fuck. I guess that's just what I had selected. All right. I heard it works better, like the Aptos looks better on high resolution screens, but it looks like dog shit. 1080p in my view. So I don't know. It's like also it's got like it's aliased, so it always looks blurry to me. Yeah. Anyway, table's not working with protection on your worksheets, unless that's something else. Yeah, there's no protection under formatting options. So the only protection option you have is that range protection. So I'm gonna have to leave this unprotected, which means that this formula is gonna get broken. Whatever. I'm not selling this one, and if I was selling it, I would also say you need actual Excel. So. And it would be better. Okay, so that should be wrapped though, so it doesn't go outside. No, I did not want to wrap everything. Not everything needs to be wrapped. Okay. Okay, so what's left to do? We'll do conditional formatting based off status. So like when it's stuff happens, we can link urgent. This is shit I like. It, because of like the way I set this up as a list, I don't have to go in, I don't have to redo anything, I don't have to redo ranges and be like, oh no, like I added one down here instead of up here and it's all fucked up. It's not, you just add it and it's done. So yeah, we'll add some highlighting rules for statuses. Timesheet, I think this is fine. Chart, oh yes, the chart. Want start and all that. Okay, so okay. Also, we could use that status here to adjust stuff in here. So that might be something we could do. So let's go with our formula here, and we're going to start with a simple formula. So we're going to go if the projected start date which one gets priority? Because it's very possible there are multiple things happening in one day. I think the priority here is actually the actual end date, because if it's just, you know, I started it, I completed it one day, really what we care about is did it get completed? So the actual end is the most important. Actual start, critical completion date, projected start date, I think in that order for display. So actually we're gonna go ifs. So ifs this, and this is going to be, we want to anchor the column. Actually, we need an or in there. Or. Is equal, greater, is it greater than or equal to? I think it's greater than or equal to is how it's written. That, this one we are locking the row. Seven is less than or equal to U. That's not equals, it's a plus. Again, we're locking the row. If that happens, either of those happen, we're going to say task, so we're going to say complete. You probably want to keep this short. We'll just say completed. What? Why you like this? Why is this now in text mode and not in like good mode? All right, so let's go E6. I don't know why it's fucked up like that. E7, sorry, E7, not E6. So why is it saying completed? Oh, right. Duh. It's always going to be either less than or equal or greater than or equal. No. What? Greater than or equal to the start date. Right. Ooh. Should this be and? So it needs to be between the two dates? Yeah. This is September 27th. All right, let's bring this down to weekly. Okay, perfect. We'll add something to fix the NAs there. That's fine. But this is working correctly. Okay. Yeah, it did need to be and. That makes sense, I guess. Okay. So then that, bip, bip. Okay, so instead of E7, we want, can you let me, thank you, D7, D7. This is going to be the critical completion date. Do, and then fuck off. C7, C7. Scheduled. There's no else. So you do need to put something here. I guess. Just put true. Leave it blank. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, that seems to work. Okay, so this is our working formula here. So we're going to copy this. I'm going to open Notepad. And I'm just going to pop this off to the side just so I can copy and paste from it in case I fuck something up. So we are now going to make this a fancy-dancy Lambda function. We are going to use, I think, what do we want here? I think yes. Sorry, I think we want by call. I think I'm going to do it by call. You could also do it by row, and it's the same thing. But I think by call is going to be easier. So our array is going to be that spill. Our function is going to be lambda. I think this will work. I think. So we're going to call this the, I don't want to call it the date. So we're, you know, okay, we're just going to call it array. We're not actually going to be using that array at all. It's just going to exist. We're going to be using it to reference other arrays. I think that'll work. So we have our function here, but we're not ready to use that function because we need to, again, we're using this, we're using this, we're using this, 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 and this. We're using nothing that we have set up yet. So we're going to have to use let, I think. Well, we don't have to, it's going to make it a lot easier. So we're going to go date underscore start, and that's going to be you. Date end, that's going to be you. What did I call that? Planned? Scheduled. Start. It's going to be you. Do. Date. It's going to be you. Start date, not to be confused with date start. It's going to be you. This is not the best naming conventions I'm realizing, and we're going to go comp date. Okay, so now we've got our range. Should close out. This highlighting I really like. I wish Base Excel had this highlighting here that tells me what the fuck this one that I have here selected is matched to this one. Okay. Now things get a little bit tricky. There is something called the implicit intersection. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, what I can do is I can hit at, which one is this? F7. So I can go at comp date is greater than at date start. At comp date is greater than at date end. I think that will work. We shall see. That does look like it's working. Kind of. Maybe. No. Actually, maybe. When was that completion date? That should be here, right? Yeah, it did not work. I might need to Google that real quick. I thought the at would work. No. Microsoft. Do I need this? No, that can't be right. Where's at? No, it's not the reference operator. Implicit intersection? No. What the fuck? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that should work. It's not. All right, whatever. This somehow fixed a different formula that I have, but it wasn't doing it quite like this. I don't think that's going to work either. Okay. So this does not quite work. But that's okay. So what we need is, so comp date. So we're going to go in, oh, fuck off. Index, we're going to do a lot of index here. So our array is going to be this. Our row, this is the completed date, so this is that. So our row is going to be the row of our array. Our column is going to be the column of our array. And we're going to have to do this for every single one of these. So actually, let's just do that here. Okay, so let's, so comp date. That way we only have to do it once. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Index, row, array, column, array. That should work. This needs to be E. Needs to be D. Needs to be C. This is M5. It's going to be M4. Actually, I realize this isn't quite correct. Okay, so the reason this isn't correct because the column for M4 is always going to be 1 because there's only one column. Or sorry, the row is going to be 1. There's always going to be one row. The others are always going to have one column. So this should now get us, well, this is something different. Okay, so it's going to be start date. Start date. D7 is due date. Due date. C7 is what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right, because they're the other way around. And then C7, that is schedule start. That's weird. Date start. Go date end, date end, date end. Boom. I bet this isn't going to work. It does not work. it does not work in a very odd way. Also, I'm realizing it's just doing this one row. It's not actually doing both row and column. So this isn't going to work whatsoever. Fuck. Oh, there's a way to do this, but it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so we need to do map instead. Okay, make... I forgot about that. So the number of rows is going to be... You know what, fuck it, let's use that one. L7 spill, M6 spill. Actually, maybe these just need to be anchored? Let's try that first. Yeah, it didn't help. Okay, that's fine. My least favorite function, because I don't know how it works. Make array. Spill that. Okay. And I don't quite remember how this works. Say R data, C data. R data and C data. Oh, that did not. That did. What? Ah, fuck. I don't love this. I don't love when you make it giant like that and then I can't see shit. Okay, what's your issue here? I'm missing parentheses. Okay, so it made us issues, but the issues are correctly sized. So, you know, there's that. You know, the array is the correct size, and that is no trivial task. I'm just saying. So... put X in there? No, value. Can you give me any help here? Can you say what's wrong with this? On my own, huh? Why are these italicized? I wonder. I'm going to try this, and we're just going to pop that over here and see what we get. We do have an array of errors. not. Oh shit, that should be a number. Oh fuck. Okay, so column. Number of columns. Rows. Number of rows. Does that do it? No. Something's broken. Also, that's terrible naming convention, because row and call are already functions. So I think row is, so I think they are. Yeah, it is. Call is not a function, but row is. So that was actually terrible advice, Microsoft. These are terrible variable names because they're already functions, and this won't work. Oh, I'm missing a duh. Okay. That's why. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna... That makes sense. Okay. So we're gonna go... rows for the rows. Columns for the columns. And this should not work. Fuck. Maybe we put 0 in there. No. Fuck something up here. Okay, this part is right. This is working correctly. This is giving me, I assume this is the right size, it should be. So our make array function is working. So we now have an array that is the correct size that is filled with zeros. Why is this one italicized? You know what? Oh. Because I had the function told to do that. You know, it must have had a reason for that. Can't tell you what it was, but I'm sure there was one. Might also use the today function to like highlight what day it currently is or what period it currently is. That's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's see if we can get this working. Okay, I don't want to delete this whole thing yet, but let's... So this is the part that's not working, which is a shame because I thought this was how you did it. So we've got our index. We're in row, is it supposed to be row 0? No. So we want which column of the array it is. Okay, now this one's not working. This should be fine. It should, like, this should just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Because it should say, like, what the fuck? Why doesn't it know what column it is? Yeah, yeah, that one I didn't actually expect to work. Although I'm missing a thing. You fucker. You donkey. Yeah, this is actually a circular reference now that I think about it. But how do I, it should, so map. Because map, you can't have two different sized arrays. The arrays have to be the exact same size. Which is why I have to do all this funky shit to make the array the right size. Okay. Why don't you know where you're at? That's what I want to know. Date start. Is it? It's because this is like offset? Is that what it is? -6. No. Give me the column of this guy. Which column is that? Column 13. Ah, so it is offset by quite a bit. So let's do -12. That's not what I want to do. Column -12, and then we'll do date start. Fuck. This I really dislike. I hate the auto height. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. I will be real. Am I still live? Oh no, I think, yeah, I was. Okay. Let's minimize my Streamlabs for some reason. Fuck. Fuck, how the fuck did I do this? This was also something that was like incredibly difficult to figure out. I might have to look at how I did this at work, because this took me this was an enormous pain in the ass. Okay, so this is working. But why is that not working? Also, yeah, so if I do array, why can't I get the column? Of my array. Why doesn't it know what column it's in? Oh, fuck, this chair is killing me. Give me a moment, I gotta Google. Okay, let's put Google on the fucking spot here. Okay, this one's working. What the fuck? Fuck you, Google. What? Okay, what's the fucking issue here? I don't want too many things. Okay. So apparent, fuck off. This is Gemini's Excel function. Okay. This is the result that I'm expecting. I was expecting. You know what? Let's do one more. M4 spill. No, this is spilling too far. I see. But this might be working. Okay, this is what I'm expecting. I was expecting 13, 14, 15, and then all the way down. Why am I not getting that? Did I fuck that up? Did I fuck that up? Is that all it was? No. Yeah, I didn't fuck that up. That's correct. Map. This is my array. We're gonna do lambda. Fuck off. Array. column, array, and it's fucking up. What the fuck? The dumb one worked. Like, I do have an array. It has rows. It has columns. Rows, 13 columns. I think that's 13. No, fuck off. Yeah, 13 rows, and that's 20 columns. I have that right there. What the fuck? This shit I don't... Not expecting that to work quite yet. But this, like... This, I don't know why that's not working. Wait, Gemini says it can only, map function can only do, no, that's just wrong. A map function can do, no, that's not, fuck off Gemini, you're stupid. The map function can do 2D arrays. It was just doing a 2D array. I just want to know the row number and the column number. What a weird fucking function. Does it actually do anything? What is this doing? So we're using a sequence to make a 5x3 array. Then what? Oh my god, this is garbage. No. That's so stupid. Why am I even using... Oh, so fucking stupid. I want something that will actually tell me what the fuck is going on. I don't think I should need sequence for this. I should just be able to get the location of... the fucking... Sorry, I'm doing reading. I know this is incredibly boring. Oh, good. Thank you, AI generated fucking. Shout out to Excel Jump using their AI generated shit that you could just get from Bing. Why is it not working? That's what I want to know. Why is it not working with the make array function? While I continue to read that, yeah, again, this is what I expect. What? 5F4. Did I not understand how this works? Can I still call that? I don't know that I can call that. Yeah, I can't call that because it's done. Jesus, how the fuck am I gonna do this? Okay, maybe I don't need the map function. Maybe I can just go do it all under make array. Fuck off. Okay, well maybe. If that's the case. Put on some more good old Kevin MacLeod. What was I doing here? Let's do this. Cool. Awesome. Oh my god, this is terrible. I'm sorry, Kevin. You know what? I'm gonna put on Green Red Productions, and if they copyright claim me, that's cool because they're awesome. Shout out to Green Red Productions, relaxing music. They help with ADHD severely. I would like to work out a licensing agreement. I have not had the wherewithal to contact you for that, and I am sorry for that. Okay, so okay, maybe that one doesn't work, but can we just get the date start? No. I can get the column data. I just put in 1. Okay, so that's working. But when I put in... Oh, that is working now. What the fuck wasn't working before? Oh, because I didn't under column. That's what that's the issue. I just need to have C data. I know. Yeah, that needs to be there. Okay, cool. So if I go back here, and get rid of this shit. Spill error? How am I getting a spill error? Did it? Oh. Okay. So this is working. So if I pop that in here, boom. All right. Hell yeah. All right. I am chuffed. Chuffed, I tell you. Interesting that the completed date is here twice. It must be like right on the cusp. It is right on the cusp. Okay. That is okay. Maybe. You know what? We'll take out the greater than, or the, sorry, the equal to on the front half of this. That way it's coming in the end of the one that already started instead of the, nope, need that. So can we just take it from completed maybe? Oh, I hit enter again and it like had it copied or something. That's gotta be it. So this, something's amiss here. So the actual starts are working. Why does this one only have a due date? What's wrong with you? So you have the due date, yeah. You have a projected start date. You have an actual start date. But if it's actually started, oh, then why is this not green? That's something with my conditional formatting, I think. Okay, so the projected start, so this doesn't have a projected start, it just says start. It says both. Actually, this helps quite a bit. So purple is the projected. Green is the start, blue is the completed. So why aren't these working properly? All right, I'm gonna have to fucking look at these formulas. Okay, so you are saying if M4, which is our start of period, is equal to F7. So for actual, oh, it's only if it's equal to. So F7 needs to be greater than 1, so it has to be actually completed, that's fair. Greater than or equal to, M5 needs to be greater than or equal to. This should be, I think, less than or equal to. No? Yeah. Yeah, so we get an actual end date in there. Maybe we get rid of the equal to. So we need to adjust this function a little bit. That's okay, because if this was one that's done on the 8th, this was done on the 8th. Okay. So yeah, I think we want it, if it was in the end of the period, we want to prioritize that over the beginning of the next period. So completion. No, that should be greater than. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Actually, so yeah, so this is actually helping me troubleshoot, so that's good. Okay, so M4 less than, M4 is greater than or equal to E7. E7 is our actual start date. M4, this should be a less than or equal to. Man, I was making lots of errors. Start date, we want it in the period. E7 needs to be greater than 1, yeah. M5 less than or equal to, yes. Why did that not work? So M4 is less than or equal to E7. Oh, that should be E7. No, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? fuck? No. Oh, fuck you. Okay, that broke it even more. Okay, let's look at this again. So M4 less than or equal to E7. E7 is our actual start. This is in the right spot, yeah. So the beginning of the period needs to be less than or equal to our actual start date. That's correct. So if you started on the Tuesday, this starts on the Monday, that's fine. E7 needs to be greater than 1. That's fine. M5 needs to be less than or equal to. No, M5 needs to be greater than or equal to. Okay, so now we're getting the start dates in there. But just the start dates, and it's not filling in the middle. We'll start with that for now. U, I am guessing, are the same thing. So M4 is greater than or equal to C7. C7, that's the projected start date, yeah. Oh, that was intentional. That was supposed to be the, that broke it even more. Yeah, let's think on that for a little bit. Yeah, so you are kind of getting it, but not entirely. So M4. Actually, you know what? Let's duplicate this. And we'll make one, because that's doing the middle section correctly, I think. It is bridging them. So we're gonna make one to bridge, and then one to get the correct starts, yeah. Actually, breaking it up like that as well will give us the ability to like have a, because we can go into, which one is this? Let's do it this way. Then we can go and get our, make a border here. And we'll have a start border. Yeah. Actually, this one. Actually, no, that's fine. We'll cancel that. Okay, so I need to remember how this one worked. So this was, I think it was just kind of swapped these. That should do it. Yeah. All right. I think actually the do makes more sense to be there. Do, we can leave open, I think. Fuck off. Oh, this is such a pain in the ass. There we go. How's that? Yeah. Maybe. Oh, that this one's slipping through. I feel like this is... getting there. Getting there. I think I might call it here. This might need one more session just of... What should I have left to do? Just conditional formatting for... Because this is working how I want now. Why is this one doing it and that one's not? Oh. Fuck. Yeah, you know, I have no fucking idea. There are some odd inconsistencies here happening, and I think it's probably something to do with something. I don't actually know. Like, why does this one go smoothly and this one does not? Actually, what the fuck's going on here? Look at that. These should be damn near the same. Starts September 27th. Starts September 29th. That's 15th. I guess the difference is this one starts midweek and this one starts right at the end of the week, but that shouldn't make a difference. Oh, actually, no, I fucked up because this... This should actually be... Like, these two dates shouldn't be the same. This should be... Yeah, this should be the end. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna fix this another day. I can call it there. Later, nerds.